Hello, nice to meet you, and thank you for watching this video. Well, let's start from case 2. This time I will try based on the factory preset A2. 6 rigs are already assigned to switch 1 to 6, so I leave these untouched. So let's assign effects of 11 rack to switch A and B. Step 1. Turn the encoder to select control. And push it once. Step 2. Press the switch that you want to edit. And this time, press switch A. Step 3. Turn the encoder to select type. And push it once. Step 4. Turn it and select CC toggle. This is CC toggle. It seems that CC stands for control change, or sometimes continuous control. Which is the one? Please tell me. Then push it once. Display goes back to type. Step 5. Turn the encoder to select CC. And push it once. Then you can see current assigned CC number. Step 6. In this step, you can refer to the list of CC numbers on the user guide of 11 rack. If you don't have or lost the user guide, you can refer to the mid CC numbers on the user option of 11 rack 2. By holding the Edit Back button, you can enter the user options. Then turn the scroll wheel and select the mid CC reference and push the switch 1. For example, please see the section of Black OP Distortion. You will see bypass 25 as the first line. Next, please see the section of green JRC drive. You will see bypass 25 as the first line too. The numbers of all effects included in each effects control buttons is the same. So, just like when you push the effects control button on 11 rack, you can turn on and off each effect by pacers switches. Go back to the first page. You can see all the CC numbers of bypass. Okay, back to Pacer. Well, for example, I try to assign switch A for turning on and off distortion effects. Step 7. Turn the encoder to select 25. 25 is distortion effect bypass. And push it once. Display shows CC again. Step 8. You can see the bypass setting values on the reference chart. Bypass value range is between 0 and 63. And bypass value range is between 64 and 127. In other words, bypass means turning off, and unbypass means turning on. Well, step 9. Turn the encoder and select press first. Press first. And push it once. You can set the value when you first press the switch. If you want to turn off the effects, you will input the value between 0 and 63. And usually it seems to be 0. On the other hand, if you want to turn on the effect, you will input the value between 64 and 127. And usually it seems to be 127. The only thing is 11 rack and Pacer and bidirectional connected. So even if the rig's effect isn't turned off, Pacer can only send the command to turn off at that time. In other words, Pacer's LED can't reflect the current status of 11 rack. So you need to check it by your eyes or ears, or in some cases, press the switch twice to activate the turning on and off. Well, go back to step 9. We selected press 1. Step 10. Turn it and select 127 for turning the effects and push it once. Display shows press first again. Step 11. Turn the encoder and select press second. And push it once. It demands a value when you press the switch for the second time. Step 12. Turn it and select 0 for turning off the effect. And push it once. Then display shows press second again. Step 13. Turn it to select back. And push it once. Display goes back to like this. Control, switch A. Step 14. Turn it and select save. And push it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Similarly, you can assign any other effects to any switches as you like. On the factory presets of Pacer, it also seems general to input the values of 0 and 127. But, in theory, it seems that you can set any values in its range. For example, 1 and 100, 63 and 64, as you like. Am I right? Let's check the assignment. And as I talked before, Pacer does not reflect 11 racks change. Now, 11 racks distortion is turned on. Let's press switch A of Pacer. Now, I send the command of turning on. But 11 rack already turned on. Next, press switch A one more. Now Distortion is turned off. Okay, I want to talk about one more thing. In this side, and also on the factory preset C1 of Pacer, we can turn the effects on and off in each pressing. But you can also change the setting that activates only in the moment while you hold the switch. According to the hierarchy of types, we can see CC trigger, CC trigger. As you see, we need to assign the commands of down and up. Down, up. Instead of press first, press second. For example, let's try to assign delay effect to switch B as CC trigger. Step 1. Turn the encoder to select control and push it once. Step 2. Press the switch B. Step 3. Turn it and select type. Then push it once. Step 4. Turn it and select CC trigger. Be careful, this is CC toggle. Turn it clockwise. One click. This is CC trigger. And push it once. Step 5. Turn it and select CC. And push it once. Step 6. According to the MIDI reference, delay bypass 28. Turn it and select number 28. And push it once. Step 7. Turn it and select down, down, and push it once. It demands the value of the status when you are holding the switch. In this case, I select it to turn on the effects. So the value is needed to between 64 and 127. Step 8. So turn it and select 127 and push it once. Step 9. Turn it and select up and push it once. Step 10. Similarly, in this case, I select the value 0 and push it once. Step 11. Turn it and select back and push it once. Step 12. Turn it and select save and push it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Let's check the difference of activation between switch A and B. Press switch A once. Display shows 127. It means that distortion turns on. Press it once again. Display shows 0. It means distortion turns off. Next, switch B. Display shows 127 only while holding the switch. Like this. You can assign it as you like according to your purposes. I imagine the difference between toggle and trigger like this. This is a toggle switch of my guitar. It moves like this. It keeps each position even if I don't hold it. Next, this is my favorite couple in the shape of a shark. It moves like this. It can't keep opening by itself unless I hold it. Am I right? English is difficult for me. And one more thing I found a little bit useful: setting. When you play something like a solo part and you want to boost, there are several ways. For example, press the booster effect pedal, press the volume pedal, increase the volume of the guitar itself, and so on. This time, I will show you a little bothersome setting, so I only recommend it to whom like it. Well, let's start. I use switch 6. Turn the encoder and select control, and push it once. Step 2. Press switch 6. Step 3. Turn the encoder and select type, and push it once. Step 4. Turn it and select CC step. CC step, and push it once. According to my interpretation, CC step can change the corresponding value between 0 and 127. For example, value of distortion, amp output, rig volume, EQ output, decay of reverb, FX loop send or return, and so on. The bothersome thing is that we need to convert each value into 127 divisions. On 11 rack, distortion value range is from 0 to 10. Please look at this. The gray numbers are the value we assigned into Pacer. The blue numbers are the value of 11 rack. There are some duplicated numbers. It is only for the values of 10 divisions. When I tried to set amp output, I noticed again the value ranges from -60 to +18. I gave up making its reference and only checked the values of -60 and 0. Well, go back to step 5. Turn the encoder and select CC, and push it once. Step 6. Turn the encoder and select CC number you want. This time, I select Distortion, so number 27, and push it once. Step 7. Turn it and select Start, and push it once. And check the current value before you boost. This time 1.0. According to the reference, is 13. So select 13 and push it once. Step 8. Turn it and select End, and push it once. And select the value after you boost. This time I select 2.0. Is number 25 or 26. So turn it and select number 25 and push it once. Step 9. Turn it to select Back and push it once. Step 10. Turn it and select Save and push it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's it. You may have already noticed, but it changes the value so slightly and gradually. Let's check it. Please look at the value of drive on 11 rack. I press switch 6 of pacer. Well, I need to press switch 12 times to boost from 1.0 to 2.0. And one thing you have to be careful about is certain time pressing goes back to 1.0. Please look at 11 rack. I press pacer, then 11 rack goes back to 1.0. So you can't play with no looking at display. I'm sorry, I'm starting to feel like it's not realistic. It seems to be for rare case, when you want to change the value so slightly and gradually, as you like. At last, I want to show you how to set the LED colors of each switch. As I mentioned, we can't only change the LED color of the preset switch. We can change this color. Everyone knows there are 12 colors of LED prepared, as you can see in the user guide. Where is the command of LED setting? Please see this. After the every types, the commands are prepared. After this, here, LED. Media sign, on color, off color, LED number. I talked about the red arrows of switch C and D before. We can check the status of each type, including the commands of LED settings. Well, let's try to change the LED color based on this factory preset A2. I will change the colors of switch 6. Step 1. Turn the encoder to select control and push it once. Step 2. Press switch 6. Step 3. Turn it again and select LED. And push it once. Display shows MIDI. Then push it once. It demands on or off. When you connect Pacer to computer via the USB MIDI port, and if you want to reflect the received MIDI message to LED colors, please select On. I haven't connected each other yet, so I select Off and push it once. Step 4. Turn the encoder and select On color. On color and push it once. It reflects two status. 1. When you press it once. 2. During you hold it. So, I just assigned CC trigger on switch B. Please take a look at the difference of changing colors. Switch A. Like this. Switch B. Like this. Okay, let's select from the color chart in the user guide of Pacer. I told you there are 12 colors, but strictly speaking, every color also has 2 lightness each. Capital A represents full illumination. Small b represents dimmed illumination. So turn it and select the number of color you like. This time I select 1 capital A, and push it once. Step 5. Turn it and select off color. And push it once. Step 6. Turn it and select number similarly. So this time I select 2 small b and push it once. Step 7. Turn it and select LED number and push it once. There are up to 3 positions of each switch, and the value 0 is default factory preset. 1 selects the bottom LED of its switch. 2 selects the middle. 3 selects the top of it. So, for example, on switch 6, position 1 selects this bar-like LED. Position 2 selects this mark. And position 3 selects these characters. That means the switch A to D don't have position 3. OK, turn it and select from 0 to 3. This time I select 1. Then push it once. Step 8. Turn it and select back and push it once. Step 9. Again, turn it and select back and push it once. Step 10. Turn it and select save and push it 3 times. That's it. Then LED like this. And one more option about LED is we can adjust the lightness of the dimmed LED from 10 levels. But as I mentioned, this option only works for all the dimmed LEDs together. You can't input the levels individually for each switch. OK, this is the procedure. Step 1. Turn the encoder to select global and push it once. Display shows global channel. Step 2. Turn it clockwise and select dimmed level. And push it once. Step 3. Turn it and select the level from 1 to 10. 1 to to 10. Now I select 1 and push it once. Step 4. Turn it and select back. And push it once. That's all. It seems that there is no need to save it. This is dimmed level 1. Well, let's check the difference. Go back to step 3. And select 10. And push it once. And turn it to select back. And push it once. Dimmed LED changes like this. Well, I'd like to end with this much. Next time I will try K3 and after as possible. Thank you for watching and see you next. Bye.